The Abbott and Costello program, brought to you by Camels, the cigarette that's first in the service. Camels stay fresh because they're packed to go around the world. Listen to the music of Freddie Rich and his orchestra, the songs of Connie Haynes, Cliff Nazzaro, tonight's special guest Arthur Treacher, and starring Bud Abbott and Lou Costello.
Costello, what are you doing in the bathtub?
What do you think I'm doing? I'm taking a bath.
What are you doing with your underwear on?
The water's cold.
Oh, will you get out of that tub and put your bathrobe on?
I've got the bathrobe on now.
You're wearing your bathrobe in the tub?
Sure, I don't want to get my suit wet.
Oh, wait a minute. What are you doing in the bathtub on Thursday night?
But I forgot to tell you. But Lynn Bari, the beautiful movie star, is coming here for dinner, and I'm going to have a big swanky party.
Oh, are you expecting people?
Certainly I'm expecting people. What do you think I'm going to do? Have a flock of cows?
Not flock, herd.
Heard what?
Herd of cows.
Of course I heard of cows. I'm no dummy.
I mean a cow herd.
What I care of a cow herd? I just say nothing to be ashamed of.
All right. Let's say no more about cows, please. I'm not in the mood.
What mood?
A cow mood.
Who cares if a cow moves? Maybe it wants its little kittens.
All right, look, forget about the cows. You don't know anything about cows in the first place.
Who don't?
Wait a minute. Do you know what a cow gives?
No.
A cow gives milk.
No, she don't. You got to take it away from her.
All right, we understand that. That's the first thing you've said right. You take the milk from the cow's udder.
I beg your pardon?
The cow's udder.
The cow's udder what?
Costello, you take the milk from under the cow.
You mean the crankcase?
Oh.
That's the thing that's fastened to the cow's skin.
No, not skin. Hide.
Why should I hide? I didn't do nothing.
No. Hide on the cow.
How am I going to hide on a cow?
Listen.
A cow on top of a cow.
Just a minute, please. Listen to me. Hide. A cow's outside.
Bring her in. Let her listen to the program.
Oh, what? Shh. Wait a minute. Quiet. Here comes Ken and Mrs. Niles.
Oh, hello, Mr. Abbott. And you too, Costello. Are you surprised to see me?
No, ma'am. I was expecting a cow.
What?
I mean, another kind of a cow.
What?
Another kind of a cow.
Oh, Costello, I'm not a cow. I'm not going to talk to you anymore.
Whoa!
Will you stop that, Costello? That's no way to insult Mrs. Niles.
You know a better way?
Now, just a second, Costello. I'm getting red in the face.
Where are you getting the blood?
Oh, are you calling my Kenneth anemic? Why, just look how trim he is in that blue suit. Why, he looks like Gainsborough's blue boy.
He looks more like Ginsberg's bellboy. A pretty shade of blue, ain't it?
You're a fine one to talk, Fatso.
Me fat? I just dropped 20 pounds.
You didn't drop it far enough.
Oh, now, let's stop fighting, please. Mrs. Niles, Costello invited Lynn Bari to the house, and he needs some help with dinner.
Oh, well, I might be able to help. I've been cooking for 12 years.
You ought to be well done by now.
No, low.
Get the kisser on that
Quiet.
kid.
You see, Mrs. Niles, what Costello really needs is a butler. Do you know where we can get one, please?
Well, my uncle runs an employment agency.
Well, that's fine.
Here's the address. Just go over there and ask for my uncle.
Oh, that's very nice of you, Mrs. Niles. What's his name?
You go. Ask for him.
Yes, ma'am. I go, but who do I ask for?
She told you go.
I know I go, but I gotta ask for somebody.
Well, I told you to see my uncle.
Uncle what?
You go.
Now, don't say that again. Don't tell me I go.
Stop saying I go when Mrs. Niles says you go.
All right, you go and I won't have to go.
Costello, you don't understand. My uncle's first name is Hugo.
Oh, why didn't you say that in the first place? What's his last name?
Guess it.
Why should I?
What? Why should you what?
Guess his name.
She didn't tell you to guess his name.
Mrs. Niles, didn't you tell me his name was Hugo?
Yes.
What's his last name?
I said guess it.
That's what I thought you said. Is it Murphy?
No.
Is it Jones or Smith?
No, Costello. Guess it.
Costello, I told you for the last time. You go guess it.
And
You go guess
go
it.
jump in a lake. Clothes and all.
I'll do nothing of the kind. Come, Kenneth.
Well, Costello, they're mad again. Now you've burned your bridges behind you.
That's okay. I won't show with my coat on.
Oh, come on, nonsense. You got to have a butler for the party. Now, here's Mrs. Niles' uncle's card. Call him up.
Boy, this sure is for a funny phone number.
What does it say?
Established 1903.
That isn't a phone number.
It's right here on the card.
No, nothing of the kind. That's the year he started the employment agency. He founded it in 1903.
Oh, he founded the business? Who lost it?
Nobody lost it.
But how could he founded it if he didn't lost it?
Costello, I said he founded it.
Can I help it if you don't speak good English?
Costello, please, you should be ashamed of yourself. Mr. and Mrs. Niles were kind enough to tell you where you could hire a butler. I was kind enough to explain how to contact the man. But did you appreciate it? No. All you do is stand there and give me silly answers.
Oh, I'm a bad boy.
Well, you certainly are.
Don't tell my scoutmaster on me.
Well, I should.
Oh, if you do, he'll take away my scout pins. Gee, Abbott, anything but that. I have one pin for courtesy. I got one pin for bravery and one for safety.
Wait a minute. I can see the pin for courtesy and the pin for bravery. Where's the pin for safety?
It's holding my pants up.
Oh!
High over an island marked for invasion flies a lightning fighter plane with cameras in its nose instead of cannon and machine guns. Its only protection, the skill of its pilot. They've got what it takes, those unarmed reconnaissance pilots, and so has their cigarette, Camels. First with men in all the services according to actual sales records. To our island bases go Camel cigarettes by the ton, and we know they'll be fresh, cool smoking, and slow burning because Camels are packed to go around the world. More Camel cigarettes overseas may mean less in your store, but remember, when you get Camels, you always get more flavor, the result of expert blending of costlier tobaccos. Camel's tobacco standard is the same for soldier, for civilian, anywhere in the world.
C-A-M-E-L-S.
Camel cigarettes, they stay fresh because they're packed to go around the world. Freddie Rich and his orchestra play a Cole Porter favorite, I Get a Kick Out of You.
All right, come on, Costello. The You Go Guess It employment agency is right down this hall. Now, let me handle this, and I'll get you a butler.
Now, look, Abbott, I'm just expecting Lynn Bari. Why do I need a butler?
But a butler in your house will make you more stable.
Stable?
Certainly. Just picture a butler in his livery.
What I got, a house or a livery stable?
Did I? You don't understand. He'll make you distinctive. He'll give your house a certain air.
What am I hiring, a butler or a skunk?
Oh, come on, shut up. Now, come on in the employment agency, and let me do the talking, please.
Oh, please. You've got to get me a maid. My maid quit today after 15 years. I've lost my maid. I've lost my maid.
Hey, mister, why did your maid leave?
She caught me kissing my wife.
Costello, look, please. Never mind him. Let's talk to the clerk at the desk.
How do you do, gentlemen? What can I do for you?
Well, I'd like to hire a butler.
You'd like to hire a butler? Oh, you mad, impetuous boy!
All right, brother, don't knock yourself out. I just want to hire a butler.
You just want to hire a butler?
What am I laughing at? I mean,
Oh, you fool! Why don't you ask me for a date with my wife?
okay, but one thing at a time.
Now, I'll have to ask you a few questions for my file. First of all, do you work in a defense plan?
No, I don't.
Then how can you afford a butler? Do you own any steel mills?
No.
Polo ponies?
No.
Steamship companies?
No. I'm in a rut, ain't I?
Now, listen, clerk. We're in a great hurry. Haven't you got a butler we can hire?
Well, there is one, Judson. But right now, he's over there. Mr. Morganville, the millionaire, is talking to him.
Now, listen, Judson. I'll give you 5 nights a week off and $1,000 a week. All right, make it 7 nights a week off. I'll give you my car. I'll do your laundry. All right, you're hired. Now, please stop twisting my arm.
Nobody's looking. Lucky fellow. He's got a butler just by a twist of a wrist.
Look, clerk, this isn't helping us. We've got to have a butler. Lynn Bari, the movie star, is coming to dinner tonight.
Lynn Bari coming to dinner? Oh, so you'll be putting on the dog.
No, we're having roast beef. What kind of talk is that?
Come with me and see our manager, Mr. Nazzaro. Right this way. Mr. Nazzaro? Yes? This is Mr. Abbott and Mr. Costello. Costello would like to hire a butler.
You want to hire a butler? Good heavens, man, don't you realize that butlers can't earn a salary to meet, and he can't reach the self-remorse to self-remorse to self-remorse? It isn't that I want to raise the same for the force of salary could pay the source for the railroad salary.
And maybe he'll be reclassified.
You don't understand. Look, Brown, didn't you tell Mr. Costello that the castle raises saw the bites of bites hasn't got any forts? And didn't you tell him that the reason salary for the whole of man? Didn't you tell him that?
Yes, I did.
You didn't say that, brother.
Now, don't interrupt the man.
That's right. I'm trying to show you that that's the road of praise to me. Now, not that the cast me. Or rain will fall and celebrate my face. You get the picture I'm painting?
Yeah, but you smeared it up in the middle.
Costello, he's trying to tell you that today most people are doing their own work. Even Cary Grant washes at his house.
Yes, Costello. Do you wash?
Certainly I wash. What do you think I am, a slob?
No, all the picture stars are washing. I passed Stan Sheridan's house yesterday, and I saw her washing her calabrese, her Ross's salt for film moments, and even a little filter soap cover. Don't you wash your twang and filpult until you do?
I do, but the buttons break off.
Never mind your buttons.
Never mind my buttons. What do you want me to do, be a pin-up boy?
Mr. Costello, let me ask you a question. When you had your last butler, did you pay him Babbitt?
No, I only paid him Babbitt.
Why didn't you pay him Babbitt?
Because he didn't did it.
Look, Costello, now let's not get nasty. I'm trying to tell you there's a shortage of men. Butlers today aren't just a cat for force with a silvery hypnic rails. Why, even my butler can't across the street. I tried. I said to him, Governors, did you ever sell with force of meat? Bring my condren. Bring my satellite. Bring my corsets. And he won't even give us a mailer face. You see what I mean?
Frankly, I'm a little confused.
Why don't you pay attention to the man then?
That's what's confusing me.
Well, I could put it another way.
You could, but would you?
Now, just a minute. You can't come in here and tell me how to categorize the salary of box, or even once a waited, when you know that I'm the only one who tries to say that. What do you think I am, a castrant? It's men like you that can't divorce the South will have everybody cross with them in a salary base, and they're the hitting gin so on.
Fuddle-dee-duddle.
Fuddle-dee-duddle? That doesn't make sense.
That don't make sense.
Of course it doesn't.
It certainly does not.
Of all the ridiculous things I've ever heard in my life, it's fuddle-dee-duddle.
All right, brother. What would you have said?
I have said, Recente's Fosket, to celebrate a moment.
That's the word I've been trying to think of.
Get out of here.
Connie Haynes sings the new rhythmic hit, If That's the Way You Want It, Baby.
If that's the way you want it, baby, baby, that's the way it will be. I'll wait for you forever, baby. I'll wait because I'm sure that you're waiting for me. The day will come, I don't mean maybe, when you'll be mine, but definitely. If that's the way you want it, baby, baby, that's the way it will be. Time's a wasting, wish that we could hasten to the man with the collar turned around. I'd like to do it right away, but you'd rather wait. And so I say, if that's the way you want it, baby, baby, that's the way it will be. I'll wait for you forever, baby. I'll wait because I'm sure that you're waiting for me. The day will come, I don't need maybe, when you'll be mine, but definitely. If that's the way you want it, baby, baby, I'll be waiting, sitting here awaiting. Baby, that's the way it will be.
Try a Camel cigarette, says the fellow on the radio, and you say, I have. You liked it, didn't you? And yet, maybe you're not a steady Camel smoker. You see, 1 or 2 Camel cigarettes aren't enough to appreciate what more flavor really means. Camels do have more flavor. Ask anyone. It's the result of our expert way of blending costlier tobaccos. This extra flavor is what helps Camel cigarettes hold up, keep from going flat, no matter how many you smoke. Give your second pack of Camels a thorough checkup in your T-zone. That's taste and throat. Your proving ground for flavor. Yes, and for Camel cigarettes, smooth, extra mildness, too. And remember, Camels stay fresh, cool smoking and slow burning, because they're packed to go around the world. C-A-M-E-L-S. Camels, they're first in the service. They've got what it takes.
Well, Costello, come here. What are you going to do? Here it is, the night of your big party for Lynn Bari, and you haven't got a butler.
Yes, but we did get a cook. I'll call up the kitchen and tell her what to do.
Now, be careful what you say now.
Hello, kitchen. This is Mr. Costello. I want to talk to my cook, Mrs. Blank. What? She did? At 4 o'clock in the morning? Wow! How much did it weigh? 9 pounds? At her age, too. How do you like that, Abbott? Mrs. Blank got up at 4 o'clock this morning and ate a 9-pound turkey.
No.
I never heard of such stuff.
Hey, Costello, that must be Lynn Bari.
Lynn Bari?
Barry, don't get excited now. Take it easy.
I like her because she's a big girl.
I know.
Barry.
Yeah, all right, now, don't get excited.
Boy, oh boy, at last. I'll go to the door. 50 pounds of ice for Mrs. Smith. Mrs. Smith lives next door.
Hey, do you mind if I leave it here? Her husband's home.
Right.
I guess her husband don't like ice.
Right. Oh, look.
Oh, that was a pipperoo.
Well, Costello, you'd better forget about Lynn Bari. I don't think she's coming.
Oh, no? I'll bet that's her now.
A pair of us for me.
Hello, Lynn. Oh, Lynn, my darling. My precious one. My loved one. My own little snooky. I love you.
Boy, oh boy, have I got the wrong number.
I can't stand this waiting. I'm losing my mind.
Oh, behave yourself. You're not losing your mind any more than I am.
That's close enough.
Here.
Abbott, this must be Lynn Bari. I'll answer it. Darling, come into my arms.
I say, aren't you a bit high-strung, old boy?
Costello, look who it is. It's Arthur Treacher.
Mr. Treacher.
Now, that's my line. Please.
I just want to find out his professional business.
That's right. How do you do, Mr.
Find out if he is a lifesaver. You know what I mean.
No.
Thank you.
How do you do, Mr. Treacher? I'm Bud Abbott, and this is Lou Costello.
I'm glad you told me. I thought it was cabbage cooking.
Now, wait a minute, Treacher. The only reason I don't poke you in the nose is because I'm bigger than you.
It so happens that I'm bigger than you.
That's a better reason.
No. Look, Mr. Treacher, don't mind Costello. He was expecting Lynn Bari, and he's down in the dumps.
Yes, that's where she told me I'd find him.
Now, wait a minute, Treacher.
Mr. Treacher to you, punk.
Mr. Punk to you, Treacher.
Now, stop that, Costello.
I want to know what he's doing here. What are you doing here, Shorty?
For your information, you poisonous person, I am Miss Bari's butler. Before she sets one dainty foot in this hovel, I wish to inspect the premises, the service, and the food here.
Here?
Yes, here.
Oh, dear.
Costello.
Oh, let go.
Now, listen, Costello.
Abbott.
Yeah. Now, that isn't a bit... Now,
Abbott and Costello.
now, Costello, that isn't a bit nice coming...
What kind of talk?
Please.
Please. Come here.
Costello. There's a reason for...
Sit down, you...
No. Here. Don't talk like that.
Over here.
Yes. Lou, don't you understand?
Over there.
Well, don't you understand, Lou?
Somebody better talk besides me.
Now, wait a minute. Come here, Lou. Don't you understand? He's English.
He's English?
Yeah.
If he was any more English, he couldn't talk at all.
Quiet.
Over here.
Look here. Look here, Treacher. Who are you to come in here and question Costello's official standing?
After all, I sprang from nobility.
You didn't spring far enough.
No.
No, you didn't spring far enough.
I'll have you know that my family is very prominent socially. My father has a country seat in Wembley and a city seat in Devonshire.
Your father has 2 seats?
Yes.
Does Ripley know about it?
Costello, be careful how you talk to
Abbott,
me.
don't you start talking like that,
Now,
brother.
wait a minute, please.
Make it more pronounced with Costello.
All right, Costello.
That's better.
Be careful how you talk to Mr. Treacher. He's a polished gentleman.
He sounds like he's shellacked.
You don't understand.
Now, look here. I'm from Eton.
You're from hunger.
You're impossible. You're absolutely impossible.
Hey, you're nuts.
Here.
Over here.
No. Mr. Treacher's an educated man. He's a linguist.
Yes.
You told me he was English before.
Yes.
A linguist.
Linguist.
What's the difference between linguist and English?
Never mind.
Wait a minute.
I
you'll
can't
find
say
out.
either word
Quiet,
anyway.
Man, will you? Yes, perhaps I can make you understand it French. Parlez-vous français?
Oui.
Bien. Vous avez étudié dans une pension?
Ah, oui.
Combien des ans habitez-vous dans le Sorbonne à Paris?
Oui. Hey, Abbott, I'll bet he runs out before I do.
Quiet, will you, please?
Now, look here. You might as well know it, old boy. I'll never permit Miss Bari to attend your dinner.
Oh, yeah? There's Miss Bari now. Hello, Lynn, my darling.
Oh, it's me, Mrs. Niles. Am I late?
Yeah, by about 40 years. What is this, witch's night out?
Costello, please.
Boy, you sure get around. What do you got, a C-card for your broom?
Oh, stop, Costello. Mr. Treacher,
Yeah.
I'd like to have you meet Mr. and Mrs. Ken Niles.
Which one is Mrs. Niles?
Now, wait a minute,
Quiet.
preacher.
Quiet.
I don't go for that.
Not so loud.
After all, which one is Mrs. Niles? These people are friends of mine. All of them are friends of mine. Which one is Mr. and Mrs. Niles? How do you like that, Abbott?
Good for you, Costello.
You keep out of this, Kenneth.
Kenneth, are you going to stand for this? Costello is trying to make a man out of me and a woman out of you.
Maybe we'd be happier that way.
Will you please stop those fights?
I've heard enough, Costello. I could never allow Miss Bari to associate with an illiterate like you.
Ah, gee, Treacher, don't keep Lynn Bari away from my house. You don't seem to really know me.
I don't seem to really know you. Huh, you corpulent little corpuscle. Do you realize you just split an infinitive?
Why? Does it show?
No, you dummy. He's correcting your grammar. You made a mistake.
Who made a mistake? Now listen here, Mr. Treacher. When the adjective modifies the predicate adverb, then the pronoun of the subjunctive mood modifies the dangling participle, leaving the infinitive unsplit. Do you know what I mean, Treacher?
Certainly.
Then explain it to me.
Costello, you're not going to get Lynn Bari this way. You know that.
Gee, Mr. Treacher, I gotta have Lynn Bari here. I'm in love with her. She's my whole life. She means everything to me. I gotta have her. I can't live without her.
Does she really mean that much to you?
Yeah, she's the only one that can string my yo-yo.
Very well, if she means that much to you, let me see how you'd make love to her. Now, just imagine that Mrs. Niles here is Lynn Bari.
What an imagination you got, brother.
Do what the man says. Take Mrs. Niles in your arms and kiss her.
Oh, but Miss Rabbit, in my whole life, I've only been kissed by two parties.
Yes, ma'am. The Democrats and the Republicans. That's enough. I thank you, Mother. Come here, my proud beauty.
Oh, I'm not proud.
You're no beauty either.
Well, Costello, what are you waiting for?
Go ahead and kiss her.
Not me. Treacher, if you know so much, you kiss her.
I kiss her. Now, look here, that is, honestly, you can't really expect...
Oh, what have you got to lose? There'll always be an England.
Oh, come on, Mr.
Over here.
Yeah.
Quiet.
Mr. Treacher, you show Costello the proper approach to kiss Lynn Bari. Take Mrs. Niles in your arms.
All right, I'll do it. I have her in my arms.
Now, you put your
What
face...
do I do now?
You put your face next to hers.
Yes.
Now you're cheek to cheek.
Yes.
From where I'm standing, it looks like a dead heat at Bay Meadows.
Quiet.
Now what do I do?
Now, Treacher, you kiss her.
And now what do I do?
Give her back her teeth.
Abbott and Costello will be back in just a moment.
Thanks to the Yanks of the Week. Tonight we salute Marine Private John Perella of Springfield, Massachusetts, whose patrol was cut off behind Japanese lines on Bougainville Island. Knowing that an American barrage was scheduled to hit this very spot, Private Perella volunteered to swim a strange tropical river past enemy positions and, in spite of heavy enemy fire, continued till he reached American positions, just in time to prevent his companions being killed by our own guns. In your honor, Private John Perella, the makers of Camels are sending to Marines in the Pacific 300,000 Camel cigarettes.
Each of the four Camel shows honors a Yank of the Week, sends 300,000 Camel cigarettes overseas, a total of more than 1 million camels sent free each week. In this country, the traveling camel caravans have thanked over 3.5 million Yanks with free shows and free camels. Camel broadcasts go out to the United States 4 times a week, a shortwave to our men overseas and to South America. Listen tomorrow to Jimmy Durante and Gary Moore, Saturday to Bob Hawke and Thanks to the Yanks, Monday to Blondie, and next Thursday to Abbott and Costello with their guest, Miss Lynn Bari.
Good night, folks. We're a little late. See you next week.
Good night, folks.
Be sure to tune in next week for another great Abbott and Costello show with our guest, Lynn Bari. And remember, Camel cigarettes make the best Christmas gift of all. Whenever you buy them, wherever you send them, Camels will be fresh because they're packed to go around the world. This is Ken Niles wishing you all a very pleasant good night from Hollywood.
This program has come to you from Hollywood. This is the National Broadcasting Company.
The Abbott and Costello program brought to you by Campbell's, the cigarette that's first in the service. Campbell's stay fresh because they're packed to go around the world. Listen to the music music of Freddie Rich and his orchestra, the songs of Connie Hayes. Tonight's special guest, star of the 20th Century Fox picture Tampico, Miss Lynn Bari, and starring Bud Abbott and Lou Costello.
Boy. What's the matter? Hey, Abbott, come on. Help me get dressed, please. I got to get to the broadcast right away.
Take it easy. There's lots of time. What's the excitement?
Excitement? Tonight we're having Lynn Bari as our guest star, and I'm going to make love to her. Boy, oh, boy.
All right.
See, if I'm late, she might walk out on me.
So what? Let her walk out. There's plenty of fish in the sea.
Yeah, but who wants to park in the dark with a shark?
Oh, please. Never mind. Come on. Get your clothes on and let's go.
Okay, now, kid. Hey, listen, Abbott. I'm waiting for my new suit. Boy, it's going to be beautiful.
It is?
The most gorgeous suit you ever saw.
Is that right?
Yeah, the coat is red with green stripes. It's got pink lapels and orange buttons.
Wait a minute. A red coat with green stripes, pink lapels, and orange buttons?
Yeah.
I suppose you're going to wear yellow pants?
What, and have people stare at me?
Oh.
What do you think I am, Abbott, a dope? Yellow pants.
Yeah.
They clash with my purple shoes.
The purple shoes?
Certainly, I never heard of such a thing. Yellow pants.
All right. Drop the pants.
I can't.
Why not?
My red underwear won't match my lavender vest.
They are. Look, now, don't be ridiculous. I wouldn't let you meet Lynn Bari in clothes like that. You'd better wear one of my suits. Here, I'll lend you my dress suit.
That old thing, it's full of moth holes.
Oh, there isn't a single moth in that suit.
You said it. They're all married and got children.
Now, wait a minute. Just a minute. We don't have any moths in our clothes closet.
No moths, eh?
No.
Just open that closet door and see.
Okay, I will.
No moths, eh?
All right, so there's one.
One! That was the mother. Here comes the children. That last one was just hatched.
Look out.
That's a brand new baby moth.
All right, forget about the moths. Here, look. I'll lend you one of my other suits. Now, let's see. There's the worsted, a plaid, a tweed, and that dark one is a twill.
A twill?
Certainly. Didn't you ever have a twill?
Oh, sure. I get a big twill when I ride on the roller coaster.
No. Don't be silly. Wait a minute.
Twilly.
Here's just the suit for you. It belongs to my father. It's his dinner suit.
There's a little breakfast on it, too.
No, you dummy. This is his soup and fish.
It looks like egg to me.
Listen, Costello. When you lived at home, didn't your family dress for dinner?
Why, certainly we dressed.
Oh.
What do you think we did? Come to the table in our underwear?
Look, what's the matter with you? Didn't you ever wear dinner clothes?
Yeah, I always wear pajamas.
Pajamas are not dinner clothes.
They are if you eat in bed.
No, that isn't what I mean. You see, as long as I can remember, the men in our family have always worn their tails to dinner.
That's a very pretty picture.
Yes, it is. Where I come from, a man with tails is called a gentleman.
Where I come from, we call a monkey.
Oh.
After all, that's what they call them.
Come in. Oh, it's Ken Niles.
Ken
Say,
Niles.
Ken, Costello needs a suit in a hurry. Can he borrow yours?
I'll have to go outside and ask a little woman.
Little woman. Her neck alone is 3 feet long.
I heard that remark, Costello. I'll have you know my neck is not long.
Oh, no? Last time I saw a neck like that, a jockey was bending over it. Am I insulting you?
How dare you compare me to a horse? Why, I have an aristocratic face. My grandfather was a count.
You're right, Count Fleet.
Kenneth, are you going to stand there and let Costello compare me to a horse?
Nay.
That was a very snappy part.
Costello, with your appearance, you're a fine one to talk about Mrs. Niles.
Certainly. Just look at yourself, fat boy.
I'm not fat.
Oh, no? I saw you fall down yesterday and you rocked yourself to sleep trying to get up.
Oh, now, look, let's stop this fighting. Look, Mrs. Niles, Costello has to borrow a suit for the broadcast tonight.
Yes, dear. May I lend him mine?
Kenneth Niles, before I'd let you do that, I'd lock you up in the attic.
But, gee, dear, you just let me out.
Come in.
Hello, boys. Oh, it's my friend Meyer, the butcher. What's going on, Meyer?
Oh, boy, am I excited. What is happening to me today shouldn't happen to 2 dogs. One dog couldn't handle it.
Why, what's the matter?
Oh, it's my wife, Sophie. After 10 years, it's going to happen. Today is the day, and I got to be by her side. So you got to come over right away, Louis, and take care of my butcher shop, huh?
Now, wait a minute, Meyer. I can't do that. We're going to broadcast. I'm going to do a love scene with Lynn Bari.
But, Louis, would you rather do a love scene with Lynn Bari than mine butcher shop?
Can a duck swim?
That's a silly answer.
You ask silly questions, you get silly answers.
Costello, come on. We have to get to the studio.
Wait a minute. Think of my wife. Louis, you'll never do anything for me.
Meyer, you shouldn't say that. Now, I do. Now, 5 years ago, I gave you the money to open up the butcher shop. And when you were sick, I paid for the operation. Then when the government was going to put you in jail, I paid your income tax. And 6 months ago, when your house was on fire, I ran into the burning building and saved your life. And you say I never do anything for you.
Yeah, but what have you done for me lately?
Freddie Rich plays a Cole Porter favorite, I've Got You Under My Skin.
Well, Costello, you had to open your big mouth just because you want to help Meyer. We're stuck here in a butcher shop. Come on, we might as well get the orders out. You dress the chickens.
Me dress the chickens? Why should I? They're old enough to dress themselves.
No, I'll dress the chickens. You bring me the other fowl.
What fowl?
Duck.
Why should I duck? I'm not ashamed to help Meyer.
No, I mean duck. Duck in the icebox.
Why should I duck in the icebox? You duck in the icebox, you big sissy.
Now, here, take it easy.
I'm glad to help my friend Meyer and his wonderful little woman.
All right.
I know what they're going through. Why, only last week a little stranger came to live at our house.
Really?
Yes, my sister married a midget.
Oh, come on. Costello, you're impossible.
Hello, Meyer's Butcher Shop.
Hello? This is Meyer on the wire.
Oh, Meyer, how's the wife? Anything happened yet?
No, Louis, it's a very slow process. How's things by the shop?
Oh, listen, Meyer. Mrs. Jones sent back the Christmas turkey you sold her. She says it only has one leg.
What does she want to do, eat it or dance with it?
Oh.
Well, did Meyer say when he's coming back? Do you realize that Lynn Bari's probably at the studio now waiting for us?
Now, Abbott, this is more important. Let her wait. I got plenty of women waiting for me. 50, 60, 70.
50, 60, 70?
Yes, and I wish I could find some a little younger.
Oh, come on.
Now, Abbott, women and beautiful women always chase me. I don't know why. You think I don't know. At any minute, a gorgeous girl is apt to walk in that door.
Oh, there you are, Costello. Oh. So you want to borrow my Kenneth suit, eh? So you were going to make love to Lynn Bari, eh? And now I find you in a butcher shop, eh?
You're going to run out of coupons.
Costello, for your information, Mrs. Niles is one of Meyer's best customers.
Yeah,
Now take her order.
Huh?
I said take her order.
Take her order where? Did you come in with an order?
Never mind that. Take
Where do you
this
want me
one.
to take it?
Just take it and listen
Somebody is lost.
Mr. Costello.
Yes, dear.
I want 20 cents worth of dog meat.
Shall I wrap it up, or do you want to eat it here?
No, that's the last straw.
Now, you see? Now look what you've done.
Oh, I've never been so insulted in all my life. After all these years of trading with my eyes, I have to come in here and be humiliated, insulted.
Costello, don't stand there. Apologize.
Okay.
Come on.
Mrs. Niles, if I said anything to offend you, I'm glad of it.
Costello, I said apologize.
Okay. Mrs. Niles, I'm sorry I suggested that you eat the dog meat here. Is that better?
That's much better.
Wait until you get home.
Costello.
Oh, that's all. Cancel my order.
Well, you lost Mrs. Niles' order, Costello. You'll have to change your slip.
I can't, Abbott.
What do you mean you can't change your slip?
I'm not wearing any. Oh, pardon me. Where do I find Lou Costello? That ain't me.
That's me. Pardon me. Where do I find Lou Costello?
Here I am, over by the pickle barrel.
Well, raise your hand so I'll know which one is you.
Hey, Abbott, who is this fresh dame?
Costello, don't you recognize her? Lynn Bari.
Gee, Miss Barry, how did you ever know, and how did you ever find me in this butcher shop?
Where else would I look for a fat meatball? See here, Costello. I'm supposed to do a play on your program tonight. Where do you expect to put it on? In this butcher shop?
And why not? Lots of plays were done about butcher shops. Did you ever hear of Hamlet, the merchant of venison? You ever hear of Abe's Irish roast?
Oh, come on. That's ridiculous.
Oh, yeah? Ridiculous, huh? How about the story about a hog? Pygmalion.
That's crazy.
Crazy, huh? They even wrote a great picture about cows.
What picture?
Guadalcanal Dairy.
Oh.
Boy, did I milk that one.
Come to think of it, how about your last picture? Hit the eyes.
There was no meat in that one.
I don't know. I saw 2 hams in it.
Now, wait a minute, Lynn. Don't pay any attention to Costello. He isn't very B-R-I-G-H-T.
Yes, he does appear to be rather S-T-U-P-I-D.
I heard that. What do you think I am, a D-O-P-P?
Listen, Mr. Abbott, what about this play?
Well, Lynn, it's an original play, and Costello will be your leading man.
Costello? He could never play that part.
Why not?
My leading man must be able to brush me into his arms, sweep me off my feet, and carry me away.
You don't want a leading man. You want a street cleaner.
Costello, that's no way to talk to our guest. Can't you be nice?
Yes. Miss Barry, if you'll do this play with me in the butcher shop, I'll take you out after the broadcast. We'll go for a drive.
But, Lou, there's no more pleasure driving.
Yeah, but there's still pleasure parking.
Who wants to park at a coupe with a droop?
Your technique is all wrong, Costello.
Is
If
that
you want
so?
to take out a beautiful girl like Lynn Bari, the first thing to do is hire a limousine and chauffeur.
A Rolls Royce, of course. Then you buy me flowers.
Orchids, naturally. Then cocktails at the Windsor House.
Dinner at Romanov.
With caviar.
And champagne.
Then tickets for the theater.
First row.
After that, you make the rounds of the nightclub.
Winding up at the Trocadero.
Then you get into your limousine again and drive down Wilshire Boulevard.
Stop the car! Stop the car!
What for?
I want to stop at the finance company and make a loan.
Johnny Haynes sings the lovely ballad, My Ideal.
Will I ever find the boy in my mind? The one who is my ideal. Maybe he's a dream, and yet he might be just around the corner, waiting for me. Will I recognize the light in his eyes? and never even know that he is my ideal. Maybe he's a dream, and yet he might be just around the corner, waiting for me. Will I recognize the light in his eyes that no other eyes reveal? Or will I pass him by and never even know that he is my
Now, Camel cigarettes do have more flavor, and if you've ever tried one, I think you'll say, yes, I know. And yet, you may not be a steady Camel smoker. Well, here's the difference between trying just one or two Camel cigarettes and trying a couple of packs. Camel's extra flavor, the result of expert blending of costlier tobaccos, is what helps them to hold up, keep from going flat, no matter how many you smoke. Give your second pack of Camel cigarettes a real test in your T-zone, your taste and throat. You'll find out about flavor, and I think your throat will give you the last word on Camel's smooth, extra mildness, too. And remember, your Camels will stay fresh, cool smoking, and slow burning because they're packed to go around the world. C-A-M-E-L-S. Camel cigarettes. They're first in the service. They've got what it takes.
Well, Costello, we're all ready to do your play. What's it all about?
Oh, it's a great story, Abbott. It's about Buffalo Bill and the Wild West. Can you play a Western gal, Miss Bari?
Can I play a Western gal? Why, where I comes from, they all call me Tex.
Where y'all come from, Tex?
Oklahoma.
Just a second, Costello. Since when are you a Western character?
Are you kidding, partner? What, he used to call me Six-Gun Costello. But I had to change it to Two-Gun.
Why?
Of course, with 6 guns, every time I took a step, my pants fell down. Yuck, 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 yuck. That's another character for you.
Well, Six-Gun, I'll agree to play the part. Sounds fun, squaw to me.
What's that?
I said it sounds fun, squaw.
Oh, fawn squaw. I used to hunt bar down there every year.
All right, look, I don't believe all this, Costello.
Oh, yeah.
No. You don't know anything about the West.
Oh, no, I was raised on a dud ranch.
You mean a dude ranch?
I said dud. No women.
Must have been near No Gals, Arizona. Har, har.
Foreign squaw.
Lou, this is ridiculous.
Must be a couple of Southern
No,
cowboys.
never mind. Go ahead, Ken. Set the scene. Go ahead.
Oh.
And now...
Somebody better set the
And
scene.
now, our play of the evening, a saga of the adventurous West, the life of Buffalo Bill, brought to you direct from Meyer's Butcher Shop, and starring the Abbott and Costello Pickled Pig's Feet Players. And as an extra special attraction, Meyer has goose liver at 10 cents a pound. As the scene opens, Buffalo Bill Costello and Buckskin Abbott are on the trail. Suddenly, a shot rings out.
Hello.
Hello? This is Meyer on the wire.
Hello there, Meyer. This is Buffalo.
What have I got in my store? Talking buffalo?
No, Meyer. This is Buffalo. I'm talking from Indian Heights.
Please give me my butcher shop in Boyle Heights.
Now, Meyer, will you stop bothering me? I gotta go out and kill some Indians.
What's the matter? We're running out of meat.
Oh, never mind that. What's new with Sophie?
Well, it's still a very slow process.
Look, I can't talk to you now, Meyer. Call me back.
This is the craziest play I ever heard. When do I come in?
In just a second, Lynn. Costello and I are still on the trail approaching the camp of your father. Read your line, Costello.
Oh, yeah. Buckskin, Bud, it's getting dark, and we're going to run into a heap of trouble.
Yes, Buffalo. If we don't reach the stockade by sundown, the Indians will massacre us in the dark. They'll scalp us alive. Well, what are you going to do?
We got to get word through to Gene Autry.
Gene Autry? Buffalo, look. Here comes an Indian chief. He's going to speak to us.
How? Hula, gala, pala, mula.
How? Mila, pula, ganda, munda, malabala.
Costello, I didn't know you spoke Indian.
I don't. Something went wrong with my typewriter.
Me welcome you. Me Chief Flatfoot.
Who gave you that name? Great White Father?
No, Great White Draft Boy.
Chief Flatfoot, I come to marry your daughter, Moon Eyes. The one over there.
Moon Eyes could not come. I am her sister, Cross Eyes. Me glad to meet you. Greetings, white fish.
Not fish, face.
Greetings, fish face.
I don't think she likes you, Buffalo.
Now let me handle this. Look here, Cross Eyes. I want to marry you. Now what do you say, gal?
No marry you. Me marry the bicarbonate kid.
The bicarbonate kid?
Yes. Wild Bill Hiccup.
I used to know him as Hopalong Acidity.
Then everything is settled. White man, you go.
What's that? I've been an Indian scout for nigh on to 20 years. And you're the most despicable, obnoxious, incorrigible renegade that I've ever encountered.
Them's hard words, Buffalo.
Hard words? You're right. But I said 'em.
Buffalo Bill, you be careful what you say to my father. He's strong in this.
I smell him.
Yes, no. Me strong. Me not wear shoes. Me not wear clothes. Me sleep in wind, rain, and snow. No roof. Me eat raw corn, raw meat, raw fish.
You do all that?
Yes, and I'm sick and tired of the whole thing.
Oh, boy, what a play.
I'm glad you like it. Well, Indian girl, I want you to marry me.
It's no use. You cannot marry me unless you get my mother's consent.
I've taken care of that, Cross Eyes. I married your mother, so now I'm your father. So listen, daughter, you have my consent to marry me as soon as I can get a divorce from your old lady, your mother.
Now, wait a minute, Buffalo. The Indians are going to attack us.
Me afraid, Buffalo.
Don't worry, Cross Eyes. Get behind me. If you hear a shot, get in front of me.
Look out. Here they come. Run for your lives.
Hello, Louie. It's me, Meyer. I'm back.
Oh, boy, what a play.
Costello, Abbott, Miss Bari, I want to thank you sincerely for watching my butcher shop while my wife Sophie is having a crisis.
Gee, Meyer. Well, tell me, what happened?
Such a day. Girls with white uniforms are rushing in and out. I'm walking up and down. I'm biting my nails. I couldn't eat nothing. But everything turned out wonderful. Sophie is resting up. I am so excited.
Gosh, what a lucky fellow.
Congratulations, Meyer.
Yeah. What was it, a boy or a girl?
The most beautiful permanent wave you ever saw.
Abbott and Costello will be back in just a moment.
Thanks to the Yanks of the Week. Tonight we salute Liberty Ship Captain Henry A. Fritz of Detroit, Michigan, whose freighter was docked between two Allied vessels at a North African port. During an air raid, both the adjoining vessels began to burn and explode, tearing huge holes in the American ship's hull. Captain Fritz ordered his men to abandon ship, but went himself to the bow, and though seared by flames, chopped the bow lines and enabled the ship to be moved to safety. In your honor, Captain Henry Fritz, the makers of Camels are sending to merchant marine men on the high seas 300,000 Camel cigarettes.
Each of the four Camel shows honors a Yank of the Week, sends 300,000 Camel cigarettes overseas, a total of more than 1 million camels sent free each week. In this country, the traveling camel caravans have thanked audiences of more than 3.5 million Yanks with free shows and free camels. Camel broadcasts go out to the United States 4 times a week, our shortwave to our men overseas and to South America. Listen tomorrow to Jimmy Durante and Gary Moore, Saturday to Bob Hawke in Thanks to the Yanks, Monday to Blondie, and next Thursday to Abbott and Costello with their guest, Mr. Edward Arnold. And here's a special message to all young men of 17. Listen to this. Right now, you can join the Army, Navy, or Marine Corps, Aviation, Enlisted Reserve. If you want to be an Army flyer, join the reserve now and continue your school or job until you're 18. And then you'll start training to become a pilot, navigator, or bombardier. Talk to your parents about this. You must have their permission. You can receive full information and printed literature by writing or visiting your nearest Army Aviation Cadet Examining Board or Naval Office of Procurement. Any Army, Navy, or Marine recruiting station will tell you how to find it. And now here's Abbott and Costello with the final word.
Thanks, Ken. Well, Lynn Bari, thanks for being our guest tonight.
Just a minute, Bud. Look, Costello, I want to know how that play ended before Maya came in.
Oh, it was a terrific finish. I'm standing on a hill, all alone. 10,000 blood-curdling Indians are coming at me.
How many?
1,000 screaming redskins.
How many?
50 ferocious savages.
How many?
So I killed the old squaw. Foreign squaw!
Let me out of here.
Let us all out of here!
Good night, folks. Good night, neighbors.
Good night to everybody in Patterson, New Jersey. Woo-hoo! Good night, Uncle Marty.
Tune in next week for another great Abbott and Costello show with our guest, Edward Arnold. And remember, Camels for Christmas. Yes, Camel cigarettes make a wonderful gift. Wherever you send them, you can be sure that they'll be fresh when they arrive. Because Camels are packed to go around the world. This is Ken Niles wishing you all a very pleasant good night from Hollywood.
More pipes smoke Prince Albert than any other tobacco in the whole world. Remember that if you're looking for just the thing to give that pipe smoker for Christmas. Prince Albert comes in special Christmas-wrapped pound or half-pound containers. Get a Christmas-wrapped pound or half-pound container of Prince Albert for every pipe smoker on your list. This is the National Broadcasting Company.
KFI, Los Angeles.